it's Christina of CraftyPaws. I thought I'd come on today and share with you guys an idea that I've had to make some bulk thank you cards. These actually could be hello cards or anytime kind of thinking of you cards, particularly in the winter because I'm going to be using the Snowflake dies from Diamond Dies. I don't normally make bulk cards, but after the holidays, I figured this is a time when everybody probably needs some thank you cards, so I thought I would share this idea. This is a Diamond Dies design team project, and I'm going to be using the larger of the Snowflake die set, this Snowflake 1 die, and this Icy Snowflake die for the actual spinner part. And then for the opening where the snowflake is going to be inside the middle, there are lots of choices that I thought we could look at. There's the scallop circles, there's the cross-stitch circles, there's the heart. This is labels too. And then the circle nesting die set. And I picked these in particular because they're basically symmetrical on the left and the right. And that's how the spinner snowflake is going to be in the middle. So I figured picking an opening that kind of went with that would work the best. So for my card bases, I'm going to use some pearl finish silver card bases from Coordinations. I picked up the set of 40, which includes card bases and matching envelopes, for just $2 on clearance at Walmart about a month ago. So that's going to be my card base. My card front is just going to be some plain white cardstock that I cut down. I cut down 4 pieces. There's one in here in my Misty, from an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. And I'm using a thank you stamp. Here, you can get a better view of this beautiful script. This is a Studio Katia mini thank you stamp, and I just love that font. And I was one of the lucky winners from her Instagram hop, so I got this bonus thank you stamp from Studio Katia. And since it's brand new, I'm just going to put my hand on it a little bit so that hopefully the oils from my hands will help get a nice, clean, crisp stamping. Now, apparently my Memento Luxe black ink was super dry, so I wasn't able to get a clean impression. So I'm going to switch over to my VersaFine ink, and hopefully this will give me a nice, clean, crisp, clear thank you impression. Much better. So I've decided to keep it simple, and I'm just going to use a circle from the Dynormous Stack'em Circle Nesting die set. And I'm using the 9th largest, counting from the center, in this die set. And that will give me a die cut circle that is plenty large for all of the large snowflakes to be positioned right here as spinners. And I'm saving this piece because I'm going to actually be able to cut my snowflake, at least one of them, out of that scrap. So that's my first card front. So for this icy snowflake, I'm going to actually use some glittered cardstock. And I just wanted to show you this process because I wanted to share with you guys how to go about getting the glittered cardstock on both sides. So the first pass is, like normal, putting your die cutting side down. So that's cut out beautifully. And then for the reverse side, I'm going to be flipping my cardstock over and cutting this out this way. I'm running it through twice just because I didn't remove the sticker on the back of the cardstock, so it's a little thicker even than it needs to be. And there it is, cut out. And I'm just going to take my pokey tool here. So there's the flip side. And I'm going through the trouble of doing that reverse side that way because I'm not sure if these dies are perfectly symmetrical. This one looks like it's off just a little bit, so I'll have to find the exact match in the right direction. So I wanted some decorative detail along the sides. I could have just cut a little bit off of each side to have the card base, silver pearl kind of base showing on the edges. But I had this very sweet Pretty Pink Posh stitched border die. I think it's from their Borders 2 die set. So I thought I would just put that along the edge. I'm going to use a little bit of washi just to make sure it stays in place. I think that's so pretty, so I'm going to do the other side as well. And that's now my card front. So I'm going to put this on my card base front so that I can cut the hole exactly where I want it for the window. And I'm just going to place it right there so that you see the little edges showing on either side. And I'm going to place the same circle nesting die right there in the center, fitting in the grooves of the card front window. And now I'm going to run it through one more time. So I'm going to be showing you now how to assemble a spinner. Now these two glittered snowflakes, see it's glittered on both sides here, line up this way, and I'm just going to put some art glitter glue on most of the arms of the snowflake. But what is really critical is down this middle stretch. And I'm taking some DMC metallic thread. It's very thin because I want it to not be super visible. And just lining it up there. And I'm going to be laying this top snowflake down on the bottom one, sandwiching in that metal thread. Now, for this piece, I actually used the heart nesting die set, and I'm going to be placing this on the back side here. And just to make it as secure as possible, I'm just going to take some scotch tape here and securing that into place. And now I'm just going to add glue all around the edge. I could use any kind of adhesive for this, but I like to use this wet glue because I find that once it dries, it is super secure. And when I mail this, I'm going to turn it several times before putting it in the envelope. And I'll put my note down at the bottom of the card here. And then when they pull it out of the envelope and they open it up, it will spin like that. So that's the spinner card. You'll notice here that for this one, because I use just white cardstock for the snowflake that spins, I lined the inside of the card with some pale shimmery pink paper. For this one, again, I didn't feel like it needed anything to set it off from the inside of the card, even though that's white, because this snowflake is one of the scraps from the card base. So it's the same matching cardstock as what's showing on the edges here of the card. And here's a picture of all 4 cards that I've made. They're all a little bit different because I can't really even make bulk cards exactly the same each time. I die cut some extra medium and smaller snowflakes from the Diamond Die Snowflake die set, and I glued those around on the card fronts. I also added some gold or silver dots with stickles, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this process video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. I hope you guys are having a wonderful crafty day.